Hey, welcome to the new episode, guys. Welcome. Now, today we have an important video to make, bro. This is probably one of the most important videos I have made to date, or going to make to date. So, in today's video, we're gonna do an aura tier list, bro. Now, had to go deep in my bag for this one, bro. Deep in the bag, all the way where the fries are on the bottom of the bag. Now, this list is from my mind. The people and the things that really mean a lot to this universe, this world here. So let's start off strong and get after it. So first, Mr. Danny Phantom, bro. So the reason why we have an aura tier list is to actually see who's the best of the best. Danny Phantom is up there. He could go through walls. He could see ghosts. He has those spidey senses whenever trouble arises, and he fights the bad guys, bro. So, I always wanted to be Danny Phantom when I grew up, so I'm gonna put him at rank B, bro. This is gonna be a long video. I wish I could put clips. I'll put the intro for Danny Phantom or something, but it's up there. So he's starting off strong. It's kind of the staple of the aura tier list, bro. He kind of has the swag. In school, he's not really the popular kid, but when he goes Danny Phantom mode, he goes Danny Phantom mode. But next, Mr. Charles Dubronx Oliveira. Now, if you don't like this guy, something is wrong with you, bro. He resembles the freaking Infinity Stones of the universe. If he loses, the timeline is not working, bro. It's really not. Something's going on. We have to figure it out. Dubronx, leader of the S tier. Now, right behind him is Master Oogway. Now, this guy has all the advice. He knows what's going to go down. He knows who the Dragon Warrior is. And don't question him, because he knows. He knows, and he has the wisdom. So, right now, we're starting off hot. Charles Oliveira, Master Oogway. He picked Poe. Poe was a Dragon Warrior. And once his job was done, boom, he was gone. Turned into some flowers. That's max aura, bro. That's up there. I feel like Oliveira might do the same thing. If he retires in the UFC, he might just turn into some flowers, bro. Next, FPS Russia, bro. Oh my God. I have so much to say about this guy, man. This guy, he really had a lot to do with my childhood, bro. He really helped me through a lot of tough times. Going home after school, going on YouTube, seeing FPS Russia has a freaking video of him with these Call of Duty weapons and just shooting things, having things blow up. He was really ahead of his time, dude. So FPS Russia at A tier. Now we're going through these pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. I want to switch things up a little bit. Let's go with Joseph Chin. Aura is up there. It is up there. I'm not sure where we're gonna rank him here, but he is up there. He's known for being a jiu-jitsu prodigy, and he's just cold, bro. He got that aura for show. If you saw him at CJI, he was doing his thing. He was unfazed. We're gonna set him at B tier. If he wins a CJI title or ADCC, we'll put him up there in the ranks, bro. He's not Oliveira level status yet, or level status yet, but he's definitely up there, especially for being so young. Now, speaking of being so young, this guy has so much aura at a young age. Now we have Chancho from Nacho Libre. He's reliable. He'll have stretchy pants for you. He'll give you his machete that his family left for him, so you could fight your battles. Chancho is underrated, bro. I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what Chancho went through and what he had to do. He had to hide that he knew who the wrestler was, he knew what Nacho was, and he had a lot going on. Now people underestimate Chancho. We're gonna leave him at A tier, but Chancho he's up there in aura, bro. You can't really stop that. Now speaking of aura, having a high aura, let's go to D. Mr. Guy Fieri. Now, me and Guy have a personal relationship where things went down. We might have some beef, but we'll leave it at that. If you guys know, I was a big fan. Minute to Win It, Guy's Grocery Games, Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives. I was, let's just say it was different in person. So our first D tier aura is Mr. Guy Fieri. He had it in the beginning. He just lost it for me, man. He just lost it for me. Now, going along with that low aura, we have JBL. Now, JBL, I had beef with this guy, bro. I don't know why. I just did not like him. His aura, his personality, growing up, seeing, I think he like hurt Eddie Guerrero. It was just bad news, you know. Once I saw this guy on the screen, I was like, bro, it's not good. This is not good for the show. Let's leave it at that. So JBL, if you guys know, you know, he might have did something to Eddie Guerrero. I have no idea. But let's go back to some wrestlers. Now the opposite of JBL, Mr. Rey Mysterio. Now, Rey Mysterio is S tier, no doubt. We're not even gonna question that. Childhood icon for me. I seen him do a 619 when I was like, I feel like I was like 7 years old. I was starstruck, bro. I saw that in real time, flying action. Mr. Lucha Libre himself. And Rey Mysterio, he's up there. Like I feel like this list is solid so far. Freaking this, just look at this. It looks wild to say the least. But we're cooking right now. All right, now next we have Appa from The Last Airbender. This guy was reliable. He was fluffy. He didn't really say much, but he did his job. And we're gonna leave it at A tier because he was always there. He was always there for Aang. He had drip, he had aura. No one really questioned, like, hey man, how's Appa? You know, Appa was chilling. You know, he was doing well, and he was reliable for Aang in times of need. So no hate. There's no hate for Appa. You know, if anybody hates Appa, we have hate for them. You know, we're ops for Appa haters. You know, so we mess with Appa, bro. Now we're moving through the tier list. I don't want to go so top heavy just because a lot of these that I picked have swag, bro. So next one, I forget this dude's name, but this dude is pretty much the dude from Wolf of Wall Street. He's Jordan Belfort right here. This guy, he has the hierarchy list. You know, he knows what place he's in. He doesn't do too much. He knows he's trying to get the sale. He really cares about the money. He really doesn't care about the customer. He's really about his dough, kind of Mr. Krabs vibes. But he is kind of funny. Plus, he has a couple goons, those little those jellyfish, the Rastafari jellyfish that are with him. But once things start getting a little hot, this dude just blows up. Like, he gets all nervous. He's a puffer fish, so he just blows up. Once he gets scared, you know, it just goes haywire for him. So low aura for that. You know, he did press Oscar for not being the Shark Slayer, but once he fell for the trap, he thought Oscar was the Shark Slayer when he really wasn't. So I mean, that's pretty low aura to me. So let's just keep it moving. All right, let's keep it moving. Tony Ferguson, El Cucuy. Now this is not just any Tony Ferguson. This is interim champion Tony Ferguson. This is Tony Ferguson about to fight Habib Nurmagomedov. Now this is a special type of person here. This person is so special that no matter how many times this guy loses, we know that guy is inside of him somewhere. He is. Now, we may not see that now, but at that time, he was that guy. He still is that guy, even though he's not winning, but we know he's capable of greatness. So this is looking crazy. This is looking bananas. Next, Stuart Little. Now, at first, he didn't really have aura. You know, he lost his mom's wedding ring. He had to go find it. But once he got that car, you know, he got that little whip. He was whipping that thing. That thing went up. The aura went up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Plus, he was like chirping with that little bird with the little helmet on. He kind of had game. I'm not gonna lie. He played soccer. He was on the soccer team. Let's not forget. Chill guy, as you can see by his stance, hands in the pocket, shoes on. He's just one of the boys, you know. So I'm gonna keep him at B. You know, at first, you know, a lot of people were messing with him. He really didn't have friends. His parents were like, "Yo, I don't know about this guy." You know, he's like, you know, I feel it's dangerous out there in the real world. But Stuart Little, he kind of figured out how to operate in the system. So we got B tier aura for Mr. Stuart Little. Now we have Trevor Dunbar Jr. Hoop Mixtape. Now this is probably one of the greatest videos on YouTube. Nothing could really top this mixtape for me. It doesn't matter if it's Marcus Levette, Akil Carr. It don't matter. Trevor Dunbar Jr. mixtape. top mixtape of all time. Just the song selection, the edits, the assist, the hezzies, the pull-ups, shift team. You had to be there, and you had to experience that yourself. Now, if you haven't, do yourself a favor and check it out. A tier, Trevor Dunbar Jr. mixtape. Whew, we're moving through these. We have Unbox Therapy. Another one like FPS Russia where this carried YouTube. He carried YouTube. He's still posting videos constantly, consistently. But Unbox Therapy Aura is a real thing. So we're going to put him at S tier just because a lot of people don't know. Like before iPhones, when iPhones first started coming out, iPhone 4, when Siri, Temple Run, all these things, and you wanted to know a solid review, an unbiased review. You wanted to get the real deal. You wanted to know what's up, an unboxing, some cool stuff. He was going to make a video about it, and he was going to tell you what's up. And Unbox Therapy is one of the hidden goats of our generation. So let's not get that twisted. Scooby-Doo snacks. We're going to throw in a little curveball here. Scooby-Doo snacks. Now, these, you can't find them anymore. You know, the blue ones were the best. You couldn't top a blue one, but all of them were pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. It had like this texture to it. You could bite it. You could see the indentation of your teeth marks once you took a little bite of the snack. You probably had like 4 packs, you know. You probably had a couple of your brothers, you know. While he was still at school, you probably had a few more than you probably should have. But those were good. You couldn't take that away from Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo snacks. Plus, you kind of thought you were Scooby because you were eating Scooby snacks, right? This is like high level stuff here we're talking about. So, Scooby-Doo snacks S tier. We're going heavy, bro. We really picked some good ones here. Let's go down to our lower tiers here. Man, this is a tough one. Okay, we have Nick Young. As a whole. Nick Young, he had aura, bro. Now, he didn't drop 30 every night. He wasn't the lead scorer, but he had this energy to him where you knew he could hoop. He would do the in and out between the legs. I believe he had a crazy game in Christmas against the Heat, against LeBron. He was cooking them. They had the white jerseys, like the t-shirt jerseys. That Nick Young was vicious. He had a killer sneaker collection, had swag. You really couldn't top that, but it would be nice to see, him averaging a lot more points. He played with Kobe. Maybe it was just like a work ethic thing, but he's just on the lower tier just because we have some top tier talent right now, bro. Hella top tier. Speaking of top tier, we have Beast Boy. Now, he wasn't the biggest dude in the group. He wasn't the leader of the group, but if you needed him to be something, he was there in an instant, bro. If you needed him to be a bear, a tiger, a lion, a rhino, a squirrel, he was going to turn into that, and he was going to figure out what it took to beat the enemy. So Beast Boy is always going to be up there for me personally. Now, we have the Junkyard Dog. Now, this one I threw in because my pops, he was a fan of Junkyard Dog. Just a cold name. He had a chain, kind of the OG Rampage Jackson, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it. The Junkyard Dog, cold walkout song, just swag, bro. The definition of someone who really played the character well. And speaking of playing the character well, we have Poe. Poe, he had to find himself. He didn't know if he was capable of being someone great. He didn't know he was capable of greatness, to be the Dragon Warrior. He thought he was just going to be serving up noodles. He told his dad he had a noodle dream when he really didn't have the noodle dream. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Furious 5, he had action figures. He thought he was going to meet these people. They turned out to be different in person. It wasn't what he expected, but he trained. And Master Shifu taught him to be the Dragon Warrior. And he really had to find himself. I'm not going to lie. We're getting deep here. He had to find himself and figure out who he really was. And once he found that dragon scroll, he just found out that there is no secret ingredient and that you just have to be you. You just have to be you. Poe, S tier. We might be cooking. We might be cooking here. We're gonna go deeper into our bag here. We have Cuauhtémoc Blanco. Now, if you guys know who he is, you guys know who he is. Now, he wasn't the tallest. He wasn't the fastest. But he had aura. He had the little celebration. He had his little tricks that would work. That would work against the OGs. And he's really the OG of the game if we really think about it. If we really think about it, Cuauhtémoc Blanco is up there. I'll put some highlights here just so you guys know what's up. Cuauhtémoc Blanco, OG. Can't disrespect it. OG for a reason. Speaking of OGs, we have Jeff Hardy. We're just serving up heat at this point, bro. Literally Captain Aura of the WWE. The Hardy brothers. If you guys heard the music, you started doing the little, you wanted to jump off the bed and just do a front flip on your brother or your cousin. It didn't matter who it was. You saw him in the WWE. You're ready to do some high flying action off the cage, bro. I feel like we should have a cutoff list soon for S tier just because it's so high. I really feel bad for having Nick Young down there, but just look at the competition, bro. Just look at the competition. All right, next up, Jeremy Lin. Now, Linsanity, Jeremy Lin, top. Linsanity as a whole, S tier, right? When that was happening, he was cooking everybody, even Kobe at the time. Playing against the Lakers, he was dropping 50. He was just doing crazy things at the time. Now, afterwards, it was kind of hard to live up to the hype. Later in his career, he had to deal with some injuries, some personal things that he had to overcome. But because of Linsanity, he really showed that if you really wanted it and you were dedicated, you will be able to achieve greatness. And Linsanity was the definition of greatness at the time. So C tier, Linsanity was a time in our lives. We can't deny that. So next, we have the Roadrunner and the Coyote. Whenever you turn on the TV, these guys had beef going on. They're like playing chess when everybody else was playing checkers, bro. This is like, a lot of people go Tom and Jerry. Oh, Tom and Jerry. Tom, Jerry outsmarts Tom every time. Now, this dude, the Roadrunner, he was unstoppable. There's not one word needed to be said in that show. We knew exactly what he was thinking. We knew what the Coyote was thinking. And at the same time, we always had kind of hope that Coyote would catch the Roadrunner. Never did. So, B tier for them. Next up, Mr. Popeye. Don't have your lady next to this guy, bro. Especially when there's a can of some spinach. Especially when there's a can of spinach nearby. He was going to get his vitamins. His biceps were going to grow 14 times his original size. He had beef with that big dude with the mustache. They were always going back and forth, fighting over the girl. Popeye usually was the one that was winning, but he had to pull out his secret weapon, some spinach. Now we're going to leave him at A tier just because he needs the spinach. Unbox Therapy doesn't need the spinach, bro. That's enough said. Babytron. Underrated still. I know he's getting more hype. He's getting more traction around his name. But dude, you guys gotta listen to Babytron. You gotta know what he's saying. You gotta know what he's trying to say. He's trying to tell you something. But you gotta have an ear for it, you know what I mean? Don't let that go over your head. Like if you're telling Joe Rogan a joke, sometimes the joke just goes over the head. Don't let the bars go over your head with Babytron. Give it a listen. He's Chancho level, I'm not gonna lie. He still has lots of potential. He's young. He's 24 years old. Trust. Next, we have the Ninja Turtles. Now, personally, I'm a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles, but the OG, if you guys seen the OG videos, the OG movies of the Ninja Turtles, they were wearing these big old costumes. The acting wasn't the best looking back at it, but as a kid, that was the best thing we had. We saw the Ninja Turtles. We saw Master Shredder. We had beef with them. We had beef with the Foot Clan. We saw that stuff. We were like, okay, Master Splinter, lead us to glory, and that's what the Ninja Turtles did. They have a squad: Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo. Tony Ferguson is actually, what did he say? I think it's Michelangelo. So you can't have S tier Tony without the Ninja Turtles. That's enough said. Now we have Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has been in a lot of great movies, bro. Now this is Drunken Master Jackie Chan. If you guys ever checked out the Drunken Master movies where they have the sound effects going insane. They're like 10 times as loud as they should be. Great film. Jackie Chan. And this was either between Drunken Master Jackie Chan or Karate Kid Jackie Chan. Karate Kid Jackie Chan is up there as well, especially when it's beating up all those other dudes from the school. You know, he was like really doing it. He wasn't even beating them up. He was letting themselves beat them up, which added more aura to Jackie Chan. But Drunken Master Jackie Chan, you can't beat that. Piccolo, kind of there with Drunken Master Jackie Chan status. Cool name, cool outfit, purple pants. His name is Piccolo. That just sounds cool, you know. He meditates. He's mindful. He knows. He kind of knows what's up internally. He does. Now, Guillermo Ochoa, especially when it comes to playing for Mexico, S tier. You can't score a goal on this guy if you wanted to. You got Ronaldo shooting a penalty kick, and there's a good chance he's gonna stop it. And I'm not even joking, especially if he's going against Mexico. You saw what Neymar tried to do. Couldn't even score. Neymar couldn't score on this guy. Enough said. Chicken Joe. This is tough. I really want to stop with this tier list just because we see the rest. We see the rest and what else we have to do. I apologize for the sound, but we're gonna keep it moving. We're not gonna stop. If you guys hear a freaking lawnmower or whatever it is, that's what it is. Chicken Joe, rough childhood. He went through a lot. He keeps the chill vibes. He doesn't even really care. You know, he just wants to do his thing. You know, shout out to him. Tastes like chicken. And he was kidnapped by a tribe and he was just chilling. He was like really just making the most out of the situation. He was being boiled alive. He thought it was a jacuzzi. He ended up winning the competition without even knowing. You know, that's kind of how cold he is. Is there any more aura than that? I don't think so. The movie Grown Ups. I don't think movies could get better than this of just the boys doing their thing, reuniting after, their coach passes away. They have a cabin. They're just having a time of their lives, bro. A time of their lives. They're realizing their OGs, their kids are ungrateful. They have to, teach them a lesson. Hey, go outside, have some fun. This is how the OGs used to do it back in the day. They used to play that bow and arrow game. They shoot it up in the sky. Dude gets freaking impaled in the foot. Has a toupee. Yeah, you already know. You already know. Samurai Jack. Best intro to a TV show, I would say. It was on Cartoon Network. Solid. Apu. He was a demon fighter. This guy was freaking fighting demons. He was going in the future. Figuring things out, coming back with the sauce, finding who he was as a person, going against his ego, realizing that he is the one that needs to be able to fix the problems within. Deep. Speaking of freaking legendary status, last one we have Bruce Lee. Enough said. Philosopher, actor, martial artist, Jeet Kune Do inventor. I don't know what else to say. Bruce Lee is the man. This was my tier list, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys are the best. Even if you watch all the way through, I message you guys heavy, bro. And if you guys want me to add more or do another video like this, similar to it, let me know. I had to go deep in my bag, the deepest as I could. This seems pretty solid. Let me know, guys.